Okay, everyone, welcome back to Breslov Efrat here at Shirat Baruch Hashem. Really beautiful, another day here in Eretz Yisrael. What a schus to be here, right?
Right.
What a beautiful merit we have. And just to see how HaKadosh Baruch Hu takes care of us every day, it's so beautiful. So beautiful. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu should protect all of Am Yisrael, wherever they are, especially our Chayalim, with what they're doing for us and doing for the world. Okay. So, we're going to continue learning with Siyata D'Shmaya, of course, Likutey Halachos, Hilchos Netilas Yadayim. We're learning the laws of washing our hands for the Su'udah, right? You can eat the bread, you can have a Su'udah, you can make a Su'udah, so you wash your hands. Okay, and we're in Halacha Vav, so it's 6, and today we're up to Lamed Tes. Lamed Tes is 39. All right, so 639 for those of us that are following along. All right, here we go. Now we're gonna talk a little bit about Kriyas Yamsuf. Right, Kriyas Yamsuf is a beautiful thing. We read every day the Oz Yoshir, right, and we make reference to it. So it's always beautiful to learn about things that we're constantly speaking about and that are constantly. Something very special. Chazal tell us that when you say Oz Yoshi, you're supposed to say it with a sense of joy, and you're supposed to really say the words and really think about the words. And when you do that, it brings big Yeshuas. Because again, you're praising Hashem. Right? Like we learned yesterday. Right? It's all about praising Hashem, using your words to praise Hashem. And what a beautiful praise is Oz Yoshi Moshe, right? Here we go. So there we go. Let's start. Bezer bechinas Kriyas Yamsuf, she'oz hoya ikir his galus hadas. Wow. When it came to Kriyas Yamsuf, right, at the splitting of the sea, that was the greatest, his galus, there was the greatest revelation of the knowledge of Hashem in the world ever. Well, let's see why. As Chazal teach us, and it's brought down in the Zohar and Parshas B'Shalach. It's very interesting. Tomorrow's lesson 40 is about on that same Zohar. It's very interesting. But okay, Ra'asa Shivcha Alayam Ma Shaloi Roa Yecheskel Hanovi Mikol Shekain Yisrael Afila Pshutim Mikol Shekain Hagedolim. Let's understand this. It says over there that the Shivcha, what is a Shivcha? Shivcha Kananis, a non-Jewish lady, right? You have a servant, a maidservant, non-Jewish lady. She was able to see revelations that even the great Navi Yecheskel, that saw the Maaseh Merkava, he saw the story with the chariot of Hashem, the greatest of the great. This lady saw greater things than even the Navi Yecheskel saw. Is that awesome?
What was she doing there?
Well, who is doing that?
The shifra.
I have no idea. What was she doing?
I was thinking that too.
What do you mean? Why was she doing that?
How'd she get there?
left Egypt. How she get there?
Maybe it was from the Erev people. I don't know.
She was a Canaanite, though.
Yeah, Canaanites. Yeah.
How would she be? Maybe she was taken as a slave by the Egyptians. I don't know.
Again, we have a principle. We don't ask questions on the Maisa. Frecknish can catch us on the Maisa. This is the story, right? That's it. She was there. I don't know how she got there. Good question. I don't know. But that's not the point. The point is the Zohar is bringing down that the point is like this. There's something that was so great. Wait a second. Something was so great there. So that means if somebody on that level of a lady that's a maidservant, a Canaanite lady that's a maidservant, saw something so great, so he says, Mikol Shekain Yisrael, Afila Pshutim. So much more was the Jew, even the low Jews, what they would have seen. Mamanu, he makes a kal v'chaim. If Madach, there was a girl that wasn't even Jewish, it was a Canaanite slave, servant, and she was able to see great things. So how much more was even the simplest Jew is able to see? And then how much greater were the Jews that were great, how much they were able to see. Is that amazing?
It's
Amazing.
saying the opposite here, though. It's saying the opposite here because it says even the prophet Ezekiel didn't even see it.
He didn't see, right? No, they saw such great things that even Yechezkel, the prophet Yechezkel, couldn't see that. Later on, Yechezkel wasn't there at Kriyas Yamsuf. He was later on.
Right.
So they're saying the people saw at Kriyas Yamsuf, they saw something greater than even the Navi saw later on.
Okay, got it.
Right, you understand? That's the point. Right? So everyone's amazed at the Meiser Merkava. Okay, it's in Yechezkel. Okay, if you study it, it's amazing to understand what's going on over there. And he revealed such amazing things, but that's nothing compared to what they saw by Kriyas Yamsuf. Fascinating. Okay, Kemoi Kemavoya B'Simin Lamed Tes in Likutey Moran in Tinyana, right? Lesson 39 in Tinyana. And that's because we had such a great leader, right? We had such a great leader. Moshe Rabbeinu was able to bring into us this das. You understand? We had a great teacher, the greatest teacher ever, Moshe Rabbeinu, right? The greatest manig of Klal Yisrael ever. And through that, we're able to do Hainu.
I don't get what they saw yet.
You don't get what they saw?
What she saw,
She saw a revelation of God. A revelation of God. It's not something tangible, not something physical.
Yeah.
It was a feeling, something it was something revealed that was at that time specifically. Okay? It's not something that we're going to explain what they saw. They saw something amazing. Okay. All right. That's not what we need for the lesson. What we need for the lesson is that we had Moshe Rabbeinu, great rabbi, teacher, was able to help the people come to such a revelation to recognize Hashem so much so. That's the point. Okay? Hainu. Nimshach aleim oros hadas hakedoshim. They had this great oros hadas. They had this great awe, this great aura of knowledge, some kind of aura of knowledge, something that was so great of holiness. Shel klolius beinu talmud shehu bechinas klolius kolei lamas. They saw that idea of the ben and the Talmud, right? The student and the son, and the idea of Dari Mala, Dari Mata, the lower world, the upper world, they came together. They saw that. They felt it. Okay, Shedeh Bechinas Hayam HaGodol Rechav Yadayim Shemisham Meir Aras HaRatzon. From that place, again, the Yam HaGodol, that's in Shemayim. We're not talking, it's the great sea. The great sea that where all blessing comes down from, right? That we connect to every time we wash our hands, right? We're connecting to that water from the Yam HaGodol, right? When we wash our hands, and then we lift up our hands and we say, Suyav Deichem Kodesh Uvochu Es Hashem, right? Okay. Ki l'soich hayam ef shelichnois machmas ribo yamayim. Okay, we understand. You can't go into the deep sea because there's a lot of water there, right? A human can't go in there, right? Can we?
Not the deep parts, no.
Not in the very, very deep parts of the sea. You can't go in.
Why not? We can't?
You could live there. You could stay there.
Oh, no.
Okay, today we have maybe the scuba equipment,
Yeah.
but they can only go for a certain while, right? Until their oxygen tank goes out, then you can't be there. Right? Kamai kein hu ba'yam haruchni, shu yam hachokma, shu sheirish yam hagashmi. Oh, how do you like that? There's a spiritual yam. There's a spiritual sea. Yeah, you understand?
Yeah.
Everything that we have in this world is a mushal for the nimshal, right? So we have a great sea that's connected to the great sea up on high. The great sea up on high is a revelation of Hashem. You understand? The great sea over here is the sea. It's physical. But the same way you can't go into this sea and you can't be in this unless you prepare yourself and you know what you're doing. so too, of course, the sea up on high, you have to know how to go into that sea. If not, it can be very dangerous.
With the tzaddik.
1 second. Because you can't go there because there's too much knowledge. In the sea down here, you have too much water. In the sea up there, you have too much knowledge. You understand? It's the same idea, right? Rabbi umanig amiti. If you want to go there and you don't want to have the right teacher and the right Rebbe, and you don't want to have the right truthful teacher and Rebbe, nitba bay, the person be'ein tzayimich k'may parei u'mitzrayim. So the person will get drowned. They'll drown there. But if you don't have the right equipment, right, the same way we can understand it here. If a person wants to go into the sea over here, right, he needs to have someone to teach him, explain to him how he can go down into the sea, correct? If he doesn't have that, he's going to drown, right? Is that true? You understand what we're saying here? The same way with the example, right? The same way you have a great sea over here, and you want to go deep into the sea, and you want to see things, and you want to understand things of the sea, right? And you need a good instructor to be able to instruct you how to do that, right? Or else it's not going to work out too good. Well, the same way it's the other way around, right? The other way too. If you want to go into the Yam HaChochma, right? You want to go into that sea, you better have a good Rebbe, or else you're going to get spiritually, you'll spiritually drown.
Yeah.
Ki ein yecholim lichnois bay, ki im al yedei tzadikim chachamim amitim shein bechinas yordei hayam ba'aniyos oisem malacha b'mayim rabim. This is a pasuk in Shira Shirim, right? They go down to the sea. They go down to the sea in their boats. Aniyos are boats, right? They have little boats. They have their boats. Oisem malachim b'mayim rabim, but they can do their work in the great big waters. They can do their, but again, you have to yard the ayam. You need the people that know how to do that. You need to have the right people. Okay. U'kameisha b'yama gashmi ef shalaver kiyem al yedei oniyos ha'asuyim b'chochma uve'omnos gadol. The same way you can't go into the deep waters in this world unless you have a boat that's high quality, that was built in a way that it can withstand the water, can withstand the waves, and withstand the depth of the water, right? All right? V'gam tzrichin manig asfina eyirloi das leida echla naig asfina kefi hashoah kefi haruchos shemenashvin. Oh, wait a second. Now you can also need in this boat, you need a captain, right? That knows how to set the sails. He knows how the winds are going. He knows how to make the boat move, and so that the boat don't capsize and that people don't drown, right? You need to know what you're doing, correct? We can understand that, right? It's a beautiful example, right? To understand what this idea.
I used to sail in my teenage years. So I totally get it.
So you understand, right? You have to know how to do that, right?
How you set the sails.
No, but if you don't know, but one second, if you don't know how to run, you don't know how to do that, that's a problem.
You're stuck on. You're not moving.
You're not going to move, right? And if there's a big storm, you may capsize, right? Kamai came Beruchni is. It's the same way when it comes to spirituality. Binyan Yama Chochma, when you want to go into the water, to the Yama Chochma. Into the Yama Chachma, you want to go into the water, the waters of wisdom. You need a great Rebbe that's going to teach you the ways of the water, to teach you the ways. So in other words, you can navigate the water and so on in a way that you'll come out there spiritually with a spiritual advantage, not chas v'shalom the other way around, right? Bebechinas hanoisim beyam derech uvemayim azin nisva. Navi Yeshaya says, "Shenema al kriyas yamsuf." That says on kriyas yamsuf. Okay. V'yadeya legalois la'olam derachim unesivais sheim bechinas anias. And the tzaddikim know how to prepare for the person pathways, right? Like the same way you prepare the pathways with the boat. They know how to do that, right? Bebechinas Haisa K'aniyei Seiche, right? It says in Mishlei, right? Haisa K'aniyei Seiche, right? The boats carry the different schar, they carry their different merchandise. We say that in Eishes Chayim. Right? Remember, you know these words? Right? We say these words in Eishes Chayim. Mimerchak tavi lachma. From afar, they brought the bread. Ki misham nimshach halechem v'aparnasa. That's where it comes from, the Yama Chochma. It comes from far away. You see, we think our parnasa comes from down here. No, but it's really coming up from high, the high sea up on high. It's coming down there, those pipelines. That's where the parnasa comes from. The idea of the hands that have the hints, that hint to the fact that everything that I have comes from Hashem. You understand how it's beautiful, right? To understand this concept of it. I love the way Rav Nassim put it together. He teaches us this other the same way. You're talking about the Yama Chochma. Okay, so let me explain to you how it works physically down here. The same way, if you want to be able to navigate the waters and you want to be able to go into the sea, you need a good captain, you need a good boat of good quality, of good workmanship, right? It has to be a quality of boat, and then it can be seaworthy, correct? So too, when you're going to go into the Yama Chochma, you better make sure you have a good captain that can take you through it. That's the tzaddik, the Rebbe. Got it? Okay. Because you have to know how to run the boat. See, we're having a nautical lesson today. See that? Isn't that nice? You have to know how to run the boat. The main point of complete chachma is to know how to run the boat. But you can only understand it through hints. They don't really understand. They have understanding a little bit about how it works, right. but this is you know. Okay, if I do this, this will work. If I do that, that'll. I don't really understand always the mechanics of it, right? I have to know how to run the ropes, right? You have the different things, and you have to raise the sails and lower the sails. It's a big chachma, huh? You have to know based on the way the winds are going, right? You need a field. They have to know how to field it. Until there are times, moyel shum chachma. Until there are some times that no matter what, there's a big storm, right? You hear this, right? So there's a big storm out there, right? Big storm. The waves are huge, and the wind is blowing crazy, and the rain is pouring down, right? Right? Only you cry out to Hashem then. See, in other words, when you have they say there's no atheist in a foxhole, right? They say that, right? You ever hear that expression? Sure. There's no atheist in a foxhole, right? The guy can scream, "There's no God, right? When he's faced with a problem, hey, God, help me, right? Here, the captain, I know how to run my boat. I know everything. I went to school. I he's my diploma, everything. But when that big storm comes, he's, oh God, okay. I exhausted all my understanding. I exhausted it. It's not working. I have to rely on you, Hashem.
The other way too. It could be that they're in a boat in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah.
There's no wind at all. They're just stuck there. They can't go anywhere.
Okay, fine. Okay.
Yes, so they
But your life's not in danger if you're in the boat, if you have food and everything. So you're not it's not dangerous. I mean, here here you're talking about life and death, right? There's a big storm going on. The boat can capsize. They can all die.
The boat, the life depends on the wind.
Yeah.
The wind is the ruach.
Right.
In the waves.
But he's saying over here, one second. There are times that ein moyel shum chachma kiyim l'tzayik el Hashem b'chid yamed ruach sara. What's a ruach sara? Storm. You see, that's why I said it was a storm. I didn't say it was a calm. Okay. What? Okay, very good. Ad b'chol chachmasam tibala and all of the chachma will be it's useless basically. Okay, vein eitzav etachbula. There's no advice and there's no strategy. Ki im vayitzaku el Hashem, but cry out to Hashem. You hear this? Right? We need to understand this. There are times in life that we're here and we have no idea what is going on. Cry out to Hashem. Don't rely on it. Forget about the rest of the stuff. It's all based on Hashem. Mikol shekain beruchnius beinyan yam hachachma. Certainly so. When a person's in the yam hachachma, in ruchnius, cry out to Hashem that I need my help. Cry out to Hashem. It always helps. Hashem always you cry out to Hashem, help. Right?
But there's something about that. It seems like if I'm asked, I know He's there.
Yeah.
If I believe Hashem is everywhere, I already know He's with me right now. Mm-hmm. I already know He's helping me. Mm-hmm. He's always guiding us.
I understand, but there are certain people Rav Noson's talking to is trying to help them understand that. Right? Rav Noson wants everyone to understand this. So he tried all different things, right? He's trying it through bread. He's trying it through washing it. He's trying it now. Okay, so if you're a nautical guy, I got a lesson for you too. If you like to travel on a boat, on a wagon, I'll give you a lesson. Hey, you like this? I'll make it work for everybody. That's what Noson's doing.
Oh, the 23rd Psalm.
It's amazing, right? It's amazing. Okay. That's what this whole idea of Kriyas Yamsuf was very difficult for Hashem. What? It was difficult for Hashem. What's difficult for Hashem? How could you say anything was difficult for Hashem? Let's see.
Okay.
As Chazal say, this is not Rav Nosson saying, this is Chazal saying this. The great rabbis say this, and it's written in the Zohar. Vika kvedus ba'koishi haya machmash oz haya gemar gula. Because that was the time now we were going to finally finish the Geula. Right? We got out of Mitzrayim, right? But the Egyptians were still alive, right? See, that's what our government here has to understand. To have the final Geula, you got to get rid of all the rascals. You got to get rid of them. That's how you have your Geula. You're not going to have peace with them. You got to get rid of them. That's what happened at Mitzrayim. That was the Gemar HaGeula, right? See what it says there? That was the final, that was the Makav Patish of the Gula, right? His kashrus, the kloliel is to connect all the world. And this is the knowledge that Moshe Rabbeinu taught us that Yetzias Mitzrayim. For example, we learned, right? When it came to Mitzrayim, we ate the carbon Pesach, remember? Mm-hmm. Right? Where did we eat it? In Egypt. That means HaKadosh Baruch Hu went down in Egypt. He taught us the idea that HaKadosh Baruch Hu will come down to us anywhere we are. Wherever you are, you can be in the most defiled place in the world, which was Mitzrayim. Right? The most spiritually defiled place in the world was Egypt. That was the headquarters of all immorality, of all idol worship, was right there. And Hashem says, I'll come to you there. Put the blood on the doorposts. Right? Moshe Rabbeinu taught us this, right? Yeah. But it wasn't yet. We didn't have the shleimus of das. We didn't have the completeness of this knowledge. We were understanding it a little bit, but we didn't have the completeness of it. Because in Mitzias Mitzrayim we had das. We got something. We got a revelation of Hashem, right? We experienced the makos, right? Right? We had a big reprieve. We had a big reprieve from the slavery during the makos. That it was unbelievable, right? The young, they got blood. Blood. They didn't have water. So now the Jews were making money hand over fist because they were buying water from the Jews. It was great. They saw Hashem. But they did it b'li sarusa de lasata. But they did that without any awakening from below. Right? That was all Hashem showing His love up on high and bestowing His love from up on high to us. What did we do? Right? What did we do when it came to the Makkas, right? and Hashem brought the 10 plagues. What did we do? We were just sitting there waiting. We were watching. We didn't do anything. Right? What?
Nothing was required of us at that point.
We didn't have to do anything. It was no Isarusa de Lasata. It was nothing from our volition. We didn't do anything. It was all from Hashem. Hashem was there running the whole show. It was all from up on high. Darei Mala. It was all from the Darei Mala. There was nothing on the Darei Mala going on. Downstairs, we weren't doing anything. Veike kloli esaylama is b'shleimus huraka yedei esarusa de lasata b'shvil zeh bara Hashem is barachas oilam begashmi is kazeh v'chofes b'avedeseinu taike bazeh teluyim kol eilamas. And that's why Hashem made the world in a physical way. And the way that it works the most is when we in this world use physical things to serve Hashem. We need physical things to serve Hashem. Right? We take the leather from the animal, right? And we make the tefillin. We take the wool from the sheep and we make tzitzis, right? We take water, and we use it as a mikvah, right? Right? We take wheat and we make matzah. You take you have 4 species, right? You take the myrtle branches and the aravis, right? And you take the esrig and the lul, right? You take these things, physical things. Hashem made physical things, and that's how we can connect Hashem using physical things in this world, right? The main point is of this klolius of Eilam is this idea to connect the worlds together. But this only works because Hashem made us that we have the free choice. And we have the Yetzer Hara, the evil inclination, that's constantly attacking us from any side he can. He'll come on any way he can. It used to be the Yetzer Hara was just, he came and he was very, very, he was very professional about what he did. Today, the Yetzer Hara does anything he can. He'll attack you any way he can. He's like a terrorist, right? Right? When people went to war, there were rules of war, correct?
Yeah.
Right? There were rules of war. You could do this, you can't do that, you can do this, and so on. Today, what do they do? Anything goes. Why? Again, a muscle for the nimshal. Right? You understand? Why are wars? Why are things fought this way? Because that's how the Yetzer Hara works today. He attacks any way he can. You understand that? But look at this. This is so beautiful. But when we, down here, awaken ourselves, even a mashahu, what's a mashahu?
A little bit.
A tiny drop.
Tiny bit.
A drop. Try to think of a good thought. Think of coming back to Hashem. Any little thing we do down here, hear this? Any little thing we do down here, Milmata ze yokar be'einav yizbarach yoyse mikol avodas hamalachim. HaKadosh Baruch Hu has myriads and myriads of malachim, angels, right? We talk about them, the Srafim, the Ifanim, the Chayes HaKodesh. Here we have all these different kind of angels. They're great. But any Jew that serves Hashem in this world, in the smallest way, gives Hashem more delight than all the angels in the whole universe, all of creation. How do you like that? Hear that? So when you want to do something good, or you're going to say a kapitel tehillim, or you're going to do anything to serve Hashem, that's greater than all of the angels. Is that not amazing? Is that not amazing?
It is amazing.
Yeah, we learned yesterday the idea we have to connect. Wait a second. We learned yesterday the idea you have to connect the day to the night to the day. Right? We do these things, right? We get up early in the morning and we start to daven, right? And we learn something at the night as it's coming into the day. We bring the night into the day, right? And then you bring the day into the night. When you pray and you bring in the day into the night, right? Hashem loves that. We're doing all these things. It's amazing. We have no idea what we're accomplishing And we think, oh, well, what's the difference if I have this thought or that thought? What's the difference if I look at this or I don't look at that? It's such a difference. It's such a difference. It makes such a difference. Every little thing that we do. You see what he said? Look at the words that he said. The words are so beautiful. You see these words he used here? Mashu, even a little tiny bit. Could you imagine if you actually daven well, what that's accomplishing?
No, I can't.
No, that's what we're trying. Yeah, you see that? See that?
And I it's like,
Huh?
no, it's like, if I do a little thing, like sitting here learning. Mordechai, you're learning. It's fantastic. It makes me so happy.
Yeah, we're learning, right? Anything we're doing.
Anything we're doing.
And you wash your mayim achronim, and you wash your hands, and you pick up, wow, it's awesome. All these little things, they're great.
You're doing this instead of doing Netflix. This is.
I'm going through withdrawal.
No, but it's great. It's really, this is so beautiful. Is this not beautiful? It's so beautiful. And he ties us all into the nautical lesson. Come on, this is so great. This is great. Okay. So we have to still answer the question. What was this? It said that it was difficult for Hashem to do Kriyas Yamsuf. But we said nothing's difficult for Hashem. So why did the rabbi say it was difficult? Right? You understand?
Completion of redemption.
Wait.
It says here.
Yeah. Wait. Okay, but really, for Hashem, anything can happen. It's no problem. Why? Because Hashem, if you think about it, He created everything. He created all of the angels. He created all the opposition. He created everything. So at any time, Hashem can just shut it all off and do what He wants. Nothing's difficult for Hashem, right?
This, for some reason, reminds me of like when we stayed the extra day, Shemini Atzeret.
Yeah.
He doesn't want us to go. It's hard for him to let us
No.
go.
But again,
Yeah.
it was difficult for Hashem. But nothing's difficult for Hashem. Why was it difficult? What was difficult? Let's see now.
The Jews came out of Egypt. They were in the 49th level of Tula.
Yeah.
And Hashem, the host, they made this miracle for them. Maybe that was, says, look, so to speak, it's easier for Hashem to do something for a tzaddik than it is for a Rasha.
Right. Okay, so we're going to say that. Let's see here. V'zeh haya kol hakvedas shel kriyas yamsuf. Ki oz huchrach Hashem yisborach kiviyachol lahashtik goydel hakitra. Hashem had to calm down. He had to shut up the opposition. There was a lot of opposition going on. You understand that? When we were standing at the raging river, right? The sea. Red Sea, when we were standing there, and the Mitzrayim were chasing after us, right? Remember that? Let's think about that. We're standing by the sea. We can't go into the sea because the sea is raging, correct? And the Egyptians are behind us, and they want blood, right?
Yeah.
So there was a kitrik. And what happened? The Malachim was saying, Sharmu, halolu oivdei avodah zara, v'halolu oivdei azara. Hey, wait a minute, Hashem. Why are you saving them? They served idols. And why are you going to drown them? They served idols. They were both serving idols. Why are you showing favoritism over one over the other? You hear this? Can you imagine these malachim have the nerve to say that to Hashem? That Hashem didn't burn up these malachim when they said that? But you see, Hashem plays by the rules. See that, Hashem? You see, isn't this beautiful? Hashem made the rules, and He keeps the rules. You hear this?
Yeah.
Hashem made rules, He keeps His rules. The Malachim make a statement like this. Hashem says, I'm going to save them. Well, Hashem, how are you doing that? You see that? It's amazing. The moon came to Hashem and said to Hashem, hey, Hashem, we can't have two kings running with one cow. Go make yourself smaller. And then every Rosh Chodesh we say Chatas LaHashem. We're bringing the Chatas LaHashem. Here the Malachim are complaining to Hashem. This is amazing.
Malachim don't have schar v'onish.
Doesn't matter.
I think so.
So Hashem can just get rid of them. In a second, they're gone. You're arguing with me? Goodbye. What does the king do down here? King wants to do something, and the guy's arguing with him. What does he do to the king? Hey, he hangs him. What does he do? What did the king do down here in this world? Okay, get a muscle for the nimshal, right? All right. But look at this. HaKadosh Baruch Hu was looking ahead, and he saw the good things. You hear this? All those little things that we said that are greater than when the Malachim do. You hear this? Hashem saw the little thing that the guy's going to do. Hey, that little thing is greater than all you angels. שזה נעשה גם בכל דור ודור. שעל-ידי הספירה שספרים שבוע הראשונה, עד 6 ימים, שהם עיקר יסוד הספירה, כמו בכוונס. And that's why the Kriyas Yamsuf is so important. That's why we say the Oz Yoshia every day. You hear this? HaKadosh Baruch Hu said, wow, you're saying the Oz Yoshia today? Well, that's great. I'll save you again. I'll save you today. The same way I saved with Kriyas Yamsuf, I'll save you again today. Unbelievable. It's a okay, and that and then we have that awakening from below. Got it? We said how great it is. Okay. We said how great it is when a Jew does something. Any little thing we do is so great. And it's so appreciative to Hashem more than all of the angels, right? The angels are always arguing with Hashem. They keep arguing. The same way they argued then, they're arguing now too, right? But every time we do something, Hashem throws it back in their face. See, they're better than you. So what are you saying to them? You understand? That's why it's so important we constantly do the right thing. And we do little bits and we do little things and we just keep doing it. Do good. Keep doing more good. Just keep doing more good. Va'ikar, ayidei bechinas esarusa de lasata shemotza bohem Hashem yisbarach bechazdai. And it's all from the Sarusa de lasata that Hashem found with his great kindness. That Hashem looked ahead and he saw the great things that we're going to do. He brought upon them the das, this knowledge, this revelation of Hashem, the same way Hashem, that Moshe Rabbeinu taught us in Mitzrayim, until we awakened a little bit on our own to serve Hashem. And we have to take that same idea of the shtika, the same way Hashem was, he quieted down the angels. When we have questions on Hashem, why are you running this and why are you doing this in the world? Calm that down. Shut that up. Just know Hashem is doing everything for our good. Finished. Hashem is doing everything for our good. We don't understand how. Again, Hashem is infinite. We're finite. How can I understand anything if I'm finite? I'm a finite being. That means I'm limited, right? Finite means you're limited, correct? Infinite means you're unlimited, right? Hashem is unlimited. We're limited, correct? We're finite. What does the word finite mean? Limited.
Finality. There's an end point to it.
And Hashem is infinite.
Right. We don't even know what that is.
We don't even understand it, right? Because we're finite.
We're in the vacated space, and
Hashem will fight for you, and you stay quiet. You don't have to do anything. That's what Moshe Rabbeinu told us, right? Hashem yilachem lachem atem tacharishun. Hashem will fight for you. You just watch. Watch Yeshua's Hashem. Watch what He's going to do for you. Until we can pass through the Yam HaChochma and we can be successful spiritually. Because HaKadosh Baruch Hu opened up for us all of the well springs the Mayonais HaChachma, all the well springs of wisdom. Isn't that beautiful? He opened up for us all the well springs of wisdom. Ad Sherasa Shivcha Alayam, until the maidservant. What she was doing there, we'll find out. I don't know. All right? But she was there, okay? All right? She was there. I have no idea what she was doing there, and it's a good question. I don't know.
Right.
Well,
I never heard that. I just accepted it. I never heard that. It's great. No, I'm glad you brought it up. What was she doing there?
Well, she's just an
Listen,
example.
I had a better
She's
question. Look, my question, no one ever answered me. What was the Nachash doing in Gan Eden? Okay? What was the Nachash doing in Gan Eden?
saw a beautiful woman.
No. To me, that's a bigger question. Why was the Nachash doing up there in Gan Eden? Hashem just made everything in there. Mr. Nachash is there. No, all right, whatever. Okay, so Hashem put the shifra here too. What's the question?
Yeah, were there other animals there? No.
I don't know.
It could even mean if she were there, she would have been able to.
No, it says that she was there. It says Acher Rasa, she saw. Rasa, she saw. It wasn't as if she saw. No, it was she saw. That's what it says. Acher Rasa, she saw. Shivcha alayam.
I think it means just the most simple kind of person.
No, but we said we said that even we said you don't understand. This is so great. That even someone that wasn't even Jewish,
Right.
that had nothing to do with anything. No, it had nothing to do with an neshama. Still was able to perceive something. Mm-hmm. That's the point. Could you imagine what we perceived?
She perceived more than
Even the great Ezekiel, the great Navi Ezekiel. There we go, the Navi Ezekiel.
But the other nations also, it was revealed to them too, because they
everything was great. When Hashem split the water, all water in the whole world split. Yeah. The guy was taking a bath, his water split. The guy was in the pool, the water split. Right? It's amazing. Everyone understood this.
Yeah.
Everyone understood what was going on. Everyone.
Khomeini understood it too. He said we're using black magic or something. We're using witchcraft.
Yeah, right. We're using witchcraft. Yeah.
Similar kind of thing.
Yeah. We're using witchcraft. Yeah, he said that, right?
Yeah. I mean, he supposedly said it. I didn't hear him
Who
say
knows? Yeah, we have our witchcraft. We said Tehillim. That's our witchcraft. Mm-hmm. The words of Tehillim. Right? All the Jews together, all around the world, say Tehillim. That's what it is. To me, that was the most beautiful thing when I was traveling to all the different places trying to get back here. In all the shuls I went to, they all said Tehillim. Eretz Yisrael. In all the shuls, they always saying Tehillim. I was amazed. It was beautiful. Everyone thought about Eretz Yisrael. And that's so beautiful. That's the magic. That's the magic. That's the magic, that all Jews have feeling for Jews. This is what Hashem loves. Oh my goodness. Acha yedei zeh nase lahem neis nifla neira shenikba hayam. Oh wow! That they were able to. He split the sea. Begashmias va'ovru bayabosha b'soich hayam, and we went on dry land. Could you imagine that? No. Could you imagine? If it would dry out. Hashem would take out the water, so it would still be muddy, right? Come on. It was there all the thing. So it was dry.
Beautiful picture. It showed glazed bricks or marble or something like that.
Marble, yeah, beautiful marble.
The floor was
beautiful marble.
If it had any water on it, it'd be slippery.
No, they didn't have any. It was dry. It says dry. It was dry. Ki zachu letzimtzum mechitzos kedoshim, because we had constriction and we had mechitza, holy divisions. There were holy divisions. Aidei bechina shtika, because we didn't ask any questions. We were just amazed. Wow, what's going? We didn't understand. We were quiet. Sometimes you have to cry out to Hashem, but this time it was a time to just take in. You understand?
Yes,
we were seeing the miracles.
They're saying here, silence is a hedge for wisdom.
Yeah. It's a hedge for wisdom, because sometimes the wisdom is wants to understand things. It's going deep into that sea. Silence it. Stop it, so it doesn't drown. So that's a hedge for wisdom. You understand? Shu bechinas siyag u'mechitza l'chachma shtika. But you know, Chazal say siyagma l'chachma shtika, right? You want a sign of wisdom is be quiet. You want wisdom, stay quiet. Okay. Aval paraya mitzrayim. Wait a second. Aval paraya mitzrayim. But look at these words. Oh, this is beautiful. Shehem bechinas chachma v'sichlis chitzayim. But Parai, he has external wisdom, right? He doesn't have the wisdom of Hashem. He has all external wisdom. Rotfu acharayim. So he was running after us. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine that? We went into the sea. We're going through the thing beautiful. Hashem made the 12 lanes. Each Shevet went in their own lane. Each Shevet had their own, whatever they needed for that Shevet. It was unbelievable. And Parai sees this. Wow, they're in there. I can go in there too. I can go into the same thing. V'nishku v'nitbu b'seich hayam beruchnius v'gashmius. He got drowned and sucked into the flood waters of ruchnius and gashmius, spirituality and physicality. Kimi she'enei mekabel me'rabai me'mechinas Moshe. If you don't accept the teacher, your understanding, your knowledge of Hashem and the knowledge of Torah, the knowledge from a Rebbe, from a reliable source, right? A reliable source. Bechinas hashtika, shu bechinas mechitzas haseichel shelo yichnos bechakiros bekushos v'teirutzim. That we don't come to these questions of Hashem and answers. Oh, this happened because of this. That happened because of that. God, it's all nonsense. We have no idea why anything happens. We just rely on Hashem. Hashem made the world. Olam chesed yibana kol ma David v'achmana l'tav avid. Hashem made the world in the world of chesed. Everything Hashem does is good. I don't understand it. And that's it. Rak yismach al emunah. But we have to rely on our emunah, right? We have to fall back on our faith in Hashem. Who nishka v'nitba b'seich hayam beruchnis v'gashmis. But Parai didn't do that, so he got drowned in the sea. Okay.
So that doesn't necessarily make sense to me.
That don't make sense. Why?
Well, I mean, personally.
Okay.
I mean, I can look through. I can see, at least to the best of my ability, I believe that I understand why certain things happen. Hashem was guiding me in a certain way.
Yeah.
And I saw that, and that's how I ended up here. I can see the whole path.
No, you look back, but don't look at. You don't have to look ahead. No, he said no. Look back and say and praise Hashem. No, he said that. That's very important.
Okay.
Right, to look back and things and then praise Hashem. That you guided me through this, and I see that greatness that you did to me, Hashem. Thank you. That's wonderful. But don't ask questions. What's going on now?
Oh. Okay.
The present.
Because we need to be able to look back to maybe.
They can
look back to see what happened
They
later.
can look back in the past.
Yeah. Okay.
And you could say to yourself, wow, the same way Hashem saved me over here, and He saved me over here, and He saved me this time and that time and that time and that time. Of course He's going to save me now. I don't have to worry about it. Right. I'll pray to Hashem to save me. That's all I need to do. That's what I need to do. Pray to Hashem to save me. I don't know how you're going to do it, Hashem, but please, Hashem, I rely on you. You're going to save me. It's not going to be this guy. It's not going to be that guy. Pray. That's it.
And he gave you a mamad, so don't go in there too. Do your little status.
Better than that, go into the mad b'simcha.
Yeah, sure.
You're doing a mitzvah d'araisa. Ushmartim es nafshe secha. When you go into the mama, you're in the safe room. The safe room?
No, it's because that building that the bomb hit and everybody who's in their safe room.
So but what I'm saying is that that's a mitzvah. No, it's a mitzvah to go into the room. You hear the thing, go into the room, right? Because then, hey, Hashem, you gave me a mitzvah to save my, because I can serve you, Hashem. Right? It's a mitzvah. So do it b'simcha. Well, if they would find out we go into the mamad b'simcha, they'd stop doing that whole thing, right? We make a dance going in. They think that they're so happy that they wake us up. But we all would go in there with a niggin and go in there, and they would see they were going in there. Wow, these guys are crazy.
It's more difficult, If it was 10 o'clock in the morning, okay, but like in the middle of the night, it's more difficult.
Okay, so okay. I'm asking, okay, but still, all right, but it's still a mitzvah. It's a mitzvah deraisa. That's all. I'm going in there because it's a mitzvah deraisa. Finish. Okay. Lachar Shvi Shal Pesach Chutra Chametz. Therefore, after the Shvi Shal Pesach, then we're allowed to eat the chametz, right? We don't have to worry about it because we already got healed, right? We got spiritually healed. We said that before, while it's Pesach, we're still taking our prescription, right? Hashem gave us the prescription of the matzah, right? Which is the emunah food, right? And we're not allowed to have any chametz because the chametz can infect us, right? But after Kriyas Yamsov, where was the final, the Makav Apata, the final, the Geula, because the Mitzrayim were all drowned, and we saw the Mitzrayim Meisal Sfas Hayam. We saw all the ones that were our captors, the ones that were holding us, that were our masters. We saw them all dead. We were finally freed because so long as they left Mitzrayim. But they always had those nightmares that the guy's going to come after me again, right? I spoke to a lot of Holocaust survivors. They would wake up in the middle of the night and they would have nightmares that they would see the SS officer, they would see the Nazi, they would see the thing, and it would just wake them up again. It's years later. But they didn't. But Hashem did something so amazing. He drowned them and he spit them all out, and everyone was able to see all of them. We were actually free. We were free. When you see the captor's dead, you know you're free. He can't come after you. You saw he's dead. He can't come after you anymore. Right? It was amazing. Right? It says we saw the Meisal Sfasayam. We saw them on the beach, on the beach. They all stacked up over there. Wow. Okay. Hutu b'chametz. Ki kvar nitaknu mechitzois hamoichin ad she'ein hachometz yoinek me'asitra acha. The chametz is not coming from the sitra acha. It's not coming from the side of impurity. Kamevoya behilchas petach hamar. Okay. So that's our lesson today. This is so amazing, Mamish. It's awesome. Mamish, awesome.
Firstborn donkey.
No. Okay, what? Yeah. The laws of the firstborn. Yeah, we're going to get up to that.
No, well, I mean,
he took that out from the. This is coming from there. The Peteh Chamar, the laws of the. Mordechai, don't worry about it. Okay, Rav Nassan's taking from that lesson now here. He brought it here. Okay. Tomorrow, Mitzvah Hashem, we're going to learn another thing. We're going to learn something so amazing. We're going to learn something from the Zohar. It's mamish, wow. Tomorrow's lesson is like, wow. That's all I can tell you, okay? All right, so anyway, okay, let's learn, we have to learn.
You should come back tomorrow, huh?
Yeah, got to come back tomorrow. That's the, yes, yeah. Yeah.
Why is it saying here that on the seventh day you can eat leavened bread because the barriers of the mind have been rectified? Mm-hmm. So the chametz cannot draw nourishment from the forces of evil.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I'm not understanding what that's saying.
It's like a 7-day course for prescription.
You had the prescription. You finish your right. Mordechai. Person he's sick, right? He has what do you call it?
Bacterial.
Right. He has a thing, and he has to take his prescription, right? His antibiotics, right?
Yeah.
So when he finishes his antibiotics, he's okay, right?
Yeah, but I'm still drawing nourishment from the.
No, you're not.
I mean,
no.
I mean, isn't the Sitra Achra drawing nourishment from me now when he gets hold of me?
Yeah. Well, okay, Mordechai. We'll explain. Let's. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
The doctor tells you to take antibiotics for 7 days. So even if the third day you feel better,
keep taking it. Don't. Yeah. Because it'll come back again. Right? It'll come back again. Okay. Today I believe we're up to Zion, right? 7?
Yeah.
7. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Here's an interesting one. This is an interesting one. Here we go. Ta b'Rosh Chodesh b'Mincha. Okay, here we go. It's a Rosh Chodesh. Okay, Rosh Chodesh. It was Mincha time. Huh? Right? V'lo yama Yala v'Yavai. And the guy didn't say Yala v'Yavai. He forgot. Right? By Mincha, what do we say the law is? If you got to say Yala v'Yavo, say the Shemona Esrei again.
Yeah.
Right? Ulamachar ain't a Rosh Chodesh. So Rosh Chodesh is today, but tomorrow is not Rosh Chodesh. In other words, tonight. Mincha, the next prayer is Arvitz, right? Arvit is the next prayer. And that's not Rosh Chodesh in this case. In this case, Mordechai, whoa.
Yeah.
The guy, it's Rosh Chodesh today, correct?
Yeah.
1 day Rosh Chodesh. It's a 1 day Rosh Chodesh or a 2 day Rosh Chodesh, and it's the second day of Rosh Chodesh. It doesn't matter. Okay, and you're at the last mincha of Rosh Chodesh. Okay, you made a mistake at the Shmon Esrei. You forgot to say the Alav Yavo.
Right.
What's the law? You have to say Shmon Esrei again.
Yes. Right.
But wait a second. But now it's night.
Right. So if I forgot to, okay.
Wait. Okay. Im kain af im yispalal arvis shtayim lo yaviach klum. If you're going to say Ma'ariv 2 times, you're going to say the Shmon Esrei 2 times. It's not going to help you.
Because there's no Yalav Yavo in it.
No Yalav Yavo. You're not allowed to say Yalav Yavo.
You're not allowed to say it. So then if you
He's
miss
teaching
it,
you
don't
this
repeat
now
it.
because we said yesterday that if it's let's say you missed a weekday
okay.
Shmon Esrei Mincha,
okay.
right? And then it's Shabbos. So then you say 2 Shmon Esreis for Shabbos, right? You say 2 Shmon Esreis for Shabbos. And we say if you miss Mincha on Shabbos, so then you say the Shmon Esrei for the weekday. So I thought maybe I do the same thing here, but here, no, this is not the same thing. Because Yalav Yava is something else. Because Chazal say that if you didn't say the Yalav Yava, it's if you didn't say the Shmon Esrei at all.
Okay.
If you didn't say the Yalav Yava, you're supposed to say the Yalav Yava as if you didn't say the Shmon Esrei.
So then why wouldn't I repeat it at night then?
No, because again, if I repeat it again now, it's night, but it's not Rosh Chodesh anymore.
You repeat Yala Yavo.
You can't say Yalav Yava when it's not Rosh Chodesh.
No, but if I didn't say the Amida, then that's like missing the.
But you missed the Amida of Rosh Chodesh with Yalav Yava. And here you you can't say now you can't say the Yalav Yava because it's the nighttime and it's not Rosh Chodesh.
It's a different.
Because I can't say any more Yalav Yava because it's not Rosh Chodesh. I'm not allowed to say Yalav Yava if it's not Rosh Chodesh. And he already davened the Shmon Esrei without Yalav Yava. So why am I going to say another one without Yalav Yava? And therefore you don't make any tashlumim. You don't say the tashlum. Okay, there's you don't repeat it. You don't repeat it, right? But the others say. Well, sometimes you can always say a tefillah in the dava. You know what the tefillah in the dava is?
No.
You could say a tefillah as a donation. You give a prayer, a donation, but you can't do that on Shabbos. Okay, yeah. Okay, whatever. Okay, we're going to go with this. What he said over here. So basically, if it's Rosh Chodesh, you forget the Shmon. You forgot to say the Shmon Esrei, right? So that in that case, you would not do the tashlum. You missed it? Okay, I missed it. Finished. Okay, I missed it. I can't do anything about it. I can't rectify that. Because again, it's not Rosh Chodesh today.
But if I didn't do Mincha on Rosh Chodesh,
it's the same thing. It'll be the same law.
So
if you forgot Mincha, you had the same problem. You can't do the tashlum at night.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't make it up. There's no way to make it up.
Can't make that up, no. If you forget the one on Rosh
The only way
Chodesh,
to make it up is to do it and say Yalav Yavo, or repeat it right then if you didn't say Yalav Yavo. So
if you have time.
If you have time.
If you have time. But if let's say you were davening Mincha late, wait a second, hold on a second. If you're davening Mincha on Rosh Chodesh and you're davening Mincha Gedola and you forgot, so say the Shmon Esrei again, it's no problem because it's still Rosh Chodesh.
Yeah.
Or if you're davening even Mincha Kitana, or you're davening Plag, that's no problem. But if you're davening Mincha by Shkia, right before Shkia, then you won't be able to do it. So so Rosh Chodesh, the best thing to do is daven Mincha. Don't daven at the late minyan. Daven at the earlier minyan. In case you made a mistake, you can say the Shmon Esrei again because you're davening the late minyan. If you make a mistake, you can't make it up.
Yeah. So my problem is this coming Rosh Chodesh. Could be on Shabbat. I can't use my phone, which always has Rosh Chodesh. Yalav Yavo in it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to really have to remember it.
So put a sticky on the Yalav Yavo.
I've passed over those stickies at times.
No, put it right in the middle of the Yalav Yavo.
Yeah.
No, in the middle of the page.
Put one of these there too.
Yeah.
So the other way around, let's say today is Erev Rosh Chodesh.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be tomorrow. Mincha today,
Then we said you're allowed to say. Then you're allowed to say the Yalav Yavo.
I forgot to do Mincha.
Yeah, so then you're allowed. Then you say Yalav Yavo 2 times. Yeah, then you can say Yalav Yavo again, but it doesn't work the other way around. That was in Vav. That's in Vav. What? All right, so look at Vav. You can read Vav. So read Vav. Okay. Everyone have a wonderful day. Thank you very much, and we should all hear Besarot Tovot.